Yeah, so welcome back. I was so sorry about that. So, what I'm trying to say in essence is that the difference between you, the creative minds, and others is that you are able to move from just thinking or discovering problems to providing solutions. So, the general people out there or the other people out there will not just will just think and discover, but you as a creative mind, you will be able to move from just thinking or discovering problems to providing solutions. So the evidence that truly you have a creative mind or an attribute of a creative mindset is that you are able to move from just discovering problems. Oh, I discovered this problem. What step have you taken towards that? What solution have you provided? So that is an evidence and also the attributes of a creative mindset. Are we together? So we'll be rounding up very soon. Some persons actually told me that there will be need for us to have a part 2 of this. It is well. Definitely we'll be having a part 2 of this. Yeah, by God's grace we'll be having a part 2 of this. Yeah, so and before we actually round it up, I want to add this. How experience triggered the discovery. How your experience can trigger the discovery. If your experience has not become a burden or become unpleasing to you, forget about it. So that a moment will come in your life and you say, no, this thing has to stop. How do I come in? And this thing can only be done after proper analyzing, proper studying, proper divination. Don't forget where we are coming from. There are some problems that they are just distractions. That means you don't have to attend to them. Just leave them. Let them go. Let them go. Just let them go. And there are some. They are life-changing ones. So after being able to define this problem, then you will now look at it that there is a need. And that is when the burden begins to brood within you. You begin to have that burden within you. You begin to have that burden within you. And it's until this becomes a burden, like it's until this, what you discover, what you've seen, what you actually have a thought of, until you begin to have a burden. Until it becomes a burden and even unpleasing to you, that is when it can actually trigger. It will trigger the ability to discover more things. It will trigger your ability to research on it. It will trigger your ability to have a study on it and all of that. Are we together? Now, I want us to go with this. Like probably end the program with this. And which says the demand of others and your word. Yeah, the demand of others and your word. Now, I want you to know this, that you are relevant because there are people, which is the human factor that demands for what you are offering. Yes, you are relevant because there are people, the human factor, like there is this human factor, which is the people that demand for what you are offering. So, if you're going to be sourcing out for problems or sourcing out for challenges, or probably maybe sourcing out for solutions into problems or challenges, so you must look at it. What is the demand of people on this? We would see that unemployment is actually, it has a high percentage of people's demand. Now, like the example I gave for those in the campus, we have like high percentage of people demanding for it. In the ministry, we have different folds of ministry, 5 folds of ministry. They are like they and haven't known that we have 5 folds of 5-fold ministry. They have different percentage of people demanding for them. The percentage of people in the prophetic, that people demanding for the prophetic, is actually different from people like depending or demanding for the teachings. Because nowadays people are not even ready to even sit down for 7 hours to listen to the word. People are not ready. Now, how can you utilize that and still bring the people closer until you discover a problem? So if you're actually the one going into ministry, you need to discover a problem. If you are going into business, you need to discover a problem. If you are actually going to the art and entertainment, you need to discover. You would notice that there are a lot of problems in that art and entertainment. I'm so sorry to say this, a lot of our young ones, they are on TikTok dancing for what? I'm not here to actually discriminate anyone, but it's just the truth that needs to be told. For what? So if you as a problem solver, if you are going to go, like if you're actually going to divert or dive into the art and entertainment, you need to discover a problem that needs to be solved. So while you are going to solve that problem, you check out for the demand of the people. So you are relevant because there are people that demand for what you are offering. So note this: if we remove the human factor, if we remove the human factor from the equation, then forget about relevancy. Remove human factor from the equation, then forget about relevancy. Because then there won't be anyone who demands for what you're offering. So if I'm selling an iPhone, or smartphone, I'm not using iPhone, a smartphone, Android. So if I'm actually selling this smartphone, maybe selling bulk, and if I'm not having anyone to demand for it, am I going to use 10 smartphone at once? No. So I need someone to demand for it, so I can give out the service or give out the product. It's very important. So I want us to wrap it up from this aspect by sharing this. I promise that definitely there will be part 2 of this program. Like definitely there will be part 2, sincerely speaking, and it will be much more amazing than this. So I want us to go with this, that you must understand that there is a purpose in any problem faced or experienced. There is a purpose. God has a purpose why he in one way or another maybe allowed you to face it or experienced it or discovered it. So God said, let us make man in our own image, after our own likeness. So we are God on earth to carry out God's assignment. So we are God. We are God on earth to carry out God's assignment. Are we together? So, and if Jesus could have actually passed through the bends to fulfill purpose, then who am I? Who are you? So sometimes good things does not just come as we expected. And if we are going to discover the hidden potential, the hidden capacity, the hidden ability, there is a need, or there might be needs for us to experience the depth of it. And see, to everyone, or to those who are actually passing through maybe one challenges or the other, maybe family, or especially in our country now, like presently, I don't want you to see those challenges as challenges. I don't want you to see them as problems. I want you to see them as a stepping stone. And this can only become a stepping stone when you take time to have a study on them, have a different perspective on what people are seeing. So, and it's not wrong, let me take it again, it's not wrong if you're having a different perspective of what people are actually seeing. Probably maybe we have multitude of people going on this direction, and you are going on this direction alone. Don't be scared. In as much you have a good belief and you have a good confirmation of that this place I'm following is the right thing, then you are good to go. You are good to go. I would also make reference of my wonderful Papa as well, Mr. Victor Adeogun. He would always say that do your bit and leave the rest. So that bit that you've done has actually covered a whole lot of things. That bit, that little thing that you've done has covered a lot of things, has actually provided a lot of solutions to a lot of people out there. So just imagine you were able to handle the media aspect, you were able to provide solutions in the media aspect, and me, I'm able to provide solutions in the government or politics aspect, and another person is able to provide solution in the educational system. When all these things comes together, it affects all other spheres of influence positively. Thank God I've been able to share with you how one sphere of influence can affect another. And if these things are actually affecting one another, it brings suffer. It brings disasters or suffering to the nations, to the citizens. So if we're able to solve, I don't know, probably maybe if our government are able to solve one, they don't have to venture into war. But being able to solve one results to all others, because all the spheres of influence, they are linked to each other. The government is linked to the educational system is linked to the business is linked to the ministry, which is the religion is linked to family. Can you see? And at the same time, the family can as well be affected and also affect another thing. So being able to take your part, do your bit and leave the rest. Do your bit and leave the rest. At this moment, I think we'll be rounding up and would call it a day. And so at this moment, as I've actually summarized, I want us to please begin to gather our questions. Please, I'm going to begin to take questions from the online platforms. I'll be taking questions now. I'll be taking questions. Please, if you do have any question, kindly send now. If you have your questions, kindly send now. If you have your questions, kindly send now. If you have your questions, kindly drop in the comment section. Kindly drop in the comment section. Yeah, kindly drop in the comment section. Thank you. So while we do that, I want to take some questions here, and please, I want us to address them amicably. If you do have anything to contribute to it, if you have anything to contribute concerning those questions, please kindly drop. Yeah, so the first question says, do you believe that searching for problems can lead to finding solutions and purpose? Yeah, so the first question says, let me type it now. Do you believe that searching for problems can lead to finding solutions and purpose? Yeah, so if you do want to contribute, kindly drop in the comment section. Yeah, so it's a moment for us to reflect on those questions. Please, this is a question that has been asked. Do you believe that searching for problems can lead to finding solutions and purpose? Yeah, it's very important. The first thing that you need to do is search for the problems. See, you don't have to stress yourself finding for problems. Problems are everywhere. That's just it. Problems are everywhere, and it's now a transaction. Only if you can take them and what, utilize them properly, utilize them properly. Yeah, so I'll be taking another question that was sent while filling the form. Yeah, I'm going to take this question now. Yeah, just a minute. Yeah, so please, if you are joining now, you can also attend to the question. You can join to attend to the question. Yeah, you can join to attend to the question. I have lot of questions here, like lot of questions that needs to be addressed, but probably in our next probably the part 2, I'll be taking all the questions first before we start for for the business of the day. Yeah, so the question still remains that, do you believe that searching for problems can lead to finding solutions and purpose? Do you believe? So just send your response. Let's hear from you, your perspective, and all of that. Let me hear from you. Yeah, so from the form that was filled, I'm going to just take two. I'll just take 2 of the questions that was sent. Yeah, so transformative and creative ideas that will make me relevant and do exploit in this present IT. Yes, so as I've shared with us, the business world needs solution. You get? So if we're going to look at for maybe any transformative and creative ideas that will make you relevant, as I've shared, your relevancy is tied up to people's demand. So you want to be relevant, you seek out to what people are actually passing through. You get, like, what people actually need, the needs of people. Let me just put like that: the needs of the people in the IT world or in the IT space. You get? So you'd see that nowadays people are actually like more engaging into this AIs and all of that. So you look at it, what problem can you solve using the AI? You get? What problem can you solve, or what platform can you create? What platform can you create that people will be able to like utilize, like use, and at the same time while they are using it, it helps to what, to solve their problem. Do you get? So don't forget, the question still remains that what transformative and creative ideas that will make you relevant, that will make me relevant and do exploit in this present IT generation. So being able to move as the world advance, or according to the advancement of the world. Do you get? So things are actually getting advanced nowadays, and so if you are still operating like the before or the past, then you should know that you are still behind. So the first thing you need to attend to is the problem. What problem do you discover? What problem do you want to solve? Do you get? And because from the problem you discover comes the transformative and creative ideas. Do you get? So that is where your transformative and creative ideas can be bettered from. Being able to discover, transformative and creative ideas is not that big thing and all of that, but just being able to provide solution, being able to provide solution to that problem, and that solution becomes the transformative and creative ideas. Do you get? So people would actually give reference to, oh, this person discovered this person is actually solving this problem, and at the same time they will say, oh, it's actually a transformative and creative idea, it's actually a good idea. That idea is the solution. But most young persons actually find it so difficult to sit down and take time to discover something that people actually demand, or to discover a problem and also provide solutions to it. The roadmap between you solving or you creating solution is actually a tough war. I would say it's not an easy task, and it demands you to be lonely sometimes. Can you see how everything syncs together? It demands you to be lonely sometimes. You must in one way or other avoid the multitude sometimes. If you want to discover the deep, if you want to go deep to discover some things, you need to be lonely. You need to be lonely sometimes. You need to be isolated. Go and check most of the authors of maybe some further maths topics. You would read their history, you would see that most of these people, it was when they were isolated, it was when they isolated themselves, that was when they begin to discover some principles, discover this, discover that. So you want to go deeper, sometimes you need to be alone. Yes, you need to isolate yourself. Look at the story of Ezekiel. God took him to a valley where there were dry bones. God took him to a problem. But now God was now asking him, what did you see? So had it been this man had actually responded back to God that, God, I'm seeing bones, I'm seeing problems, then there might be there might be possibility that would be the end of the conversation between him and God. But thank God he actually referred back to God that, God, these are, it is what you say. It is what you say. Do you believe that these dry bones will live again? And he reversed back to God that, God, it is what you say. So if God is actually opening your eyes, if God is actually opening your eyes or opening your mind concerning your family problem, your challenges, personal challenges, or nationwide challenges, or global challenges, it depends on what you are seeing. What do you see? Is it a problem or an opportunity? The second question says, to be enlightened about how to navigate through the challenges in business. Yeah, I would say this: there are challenges in business, and I always tell people, before you venture into the business or into anything, you must be able to prepare your mind that there will be problems, and also structure out what should be done if problems comes, or if you actually encounter some challenges. You must be able to structure your walk through, how you can walk through those challenges. You must be able to analyze these things before you venture into the business fully. So being able to navigate through the challenges in business is very important, and this must have been structured out at the very starting point of the business. So this should actually be part of your strategy, of your plans. So when you are planning out for business, you don't just plan out for now. You plan out for the next 5 years, plan out for next 10 years, plan out for next 20 years. You would also plan out for some seasons. Okay, what if the season comes that, okay, no customer, what do I do next? Is it that you close up the business? No. You have to still keep the relevance of that business up there. So it's very important. So you should be able to ask yourself this question that, okay, this is my plan for the business, but what if these things happen? What if that one happen? What do I do next? So I won't take more questions beyond this. So I think as at now we'll be rounding up, and at this moment I want to say a very big thank you to those who have been able to participate till the very end of this program, and to those who will still be coming back to watch this, I say a very big thank you. God bless you. I'm so grateful. It's an honor to have you all. Pastor Dosu Olatunji, Mr. Oluwaseun Elijah. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining. It is an honor to have you here. It is a great privilege to have you here. Sincerely speaking, thank you very much. And also on behalf of Arknote Media Global, we are saying a big thank you. On behalf of Arknote Academy, we are saying a big thank you. And if for those of you who would like to maybe see more of this, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel to always get valuable content from us, to the special grace of God, by the special grace of God. And also try to follow us on Instagram. You can also follow me personally on the Instagram at Oluwaseun_Psalms and also the Arknote Academy at Arknote Academy, our official page at Arknote_media. Yeah, thank you very much. I'm so grateful. God bless you. And do remember to share this to someone.